Yeah.
Your father did what?
My father would, Agent Orange was some of the things that he was in charge of transporting.
Yeah. I would see it come in on the ships down at the piers. They would offload it, and the reason it was called Agent Orange, it had an orange stripe around the barrel.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lesser known product called Agent Blue, and a blue stripe around. It was also a defoliant, but Agent Orange was the predominant one.
Okay.
And it was constantly getting spilled.
The blue or the orange?
Well, all of them, but the orange was more predominant, so that, forklifts would come up and try to pick them up, and they'd punch a hole in them. You know, it happened. And the Vietnamese civilians, if we had empty barrels, they would take the barrels and use them to cook it. So, it's a tragedy what's going on in Vietnam right now. Agent Orange is not a one-time thing. It affects your chromosomally.
Oh, yes.
And so generations later are still suffering from Agent Orange.
In what way?
Birth defects, learning disabilities, primarily birth defects.
Well, I think in people like my father, Agent Orange exposure could result in things like Parkinson's disease, certain kinds of cancers.
Well, right now with the VA system, if I haven't think of this, I've had no ill effects that I can tell you for sure. If I were to develop prostate cancer, they would assume that was caused by Agent Orange, even though it's a very common cancer otherwise. But they're assuming if you were in Vietnam and you have prostate cancer, that's the cause. Same thing with diabetes. If I were to develop diabetes, they would assume it was caused by Agent Orange. And there's several other cancers involved that they assume that. Also a thing called ischemic heart disease. If someone has ischemic heart disease that served in Vietnam, it is assumed that was caused by Agent Orange.
Yes.
What was the bad component of Agent Orange?
The whole thing.
Yeah, it was just bad stuff. It was.
If you can imagine Roundup that you use to kill weeds in your yard, only on steroids and 1,000 times stronger. So.
Because it was to defoliate all these jungles.
Yeah.
That's what it was used for. And so it wasn't just a few weeds out in your yard. It was serious stuff.
Yeah, they would fly over in planes and spray, like crop dusters, only they would spray the jungle.
Do you think the drivers were affected by it?
Anybody who put boots on the ground in Vietnam was affected.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
Yes.
And the Veterans Administration recognizes that.
Yes.
They even recognize it for sailors that were in the harbor at Da Nang. They didn't even have to get off the ship. If they were on a ship in the harbor, they are classified as having exposure. Now, the ones that were 12 or 20 miles off the coast, they're still fighting that battle because they are not recognized as being exposed, but some of them were. From drinking water that was supplied from on land, from some different supplies that they got from us on the shore. So it's everywhere. It's in the water supply. To this day, it's in the water supply in Vietnam. So, anyway, let's look at this.